Bow, down, 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 down. It's 2-2. The score is even. The best of 7 has been prolonged into the second day here at the bracket stage, the semifinals of the Final Boss Draft League Season 2. Seal Team Flip, the Cosmic Reflippening, and the Gassy Chuds face off once again, and we are in a best of 3 now to break this down. And Dusik, the bands
Always
are coming.
happy to be here.
Oh yeah, I know you're happy to be here. I'm happy to have you. These bands,
yeah.
I don't recognize them. The Katarina taking off the board? What's up with that?
Well, I'll tell you one band I do recognize. That Fiddlesticks Reborn is never getting a Scarecrow.
Yeah, he will never get his heart onto this field, unfortunately. He will not be able to scare anybody with those shenanigans. The Tryndamere taken out, the Singed being taken out, and the Katarina. I feel like Paku's being very much focused right now. And I would actually have to, I'll double check with production, but I need to see if Mafia, there, Mr. Mini Bars, is being subbed in tonight or not. So I believe, we're going to find out, but this should be everyone in tonight. So, yeah, just more of the same. Shidoko in the mid lane, Reborn in the jungle, of course. Lotus B5 up top side, Hashem and Dynamic in the bot side of the map. That Swain has returned to this draft.
I mean, not too surprising. I mean, it's one of those picks that's just really flexible. You can go mid, you can go ADC. I mean, you can even technically throw out support, though it's not as common. But speaking of things we keep seeing, this quirky Nami bot lane, we've seen it on both teams, both sides, and it's just such a dominant force in that early to mid game. I'm not too surprised to see it slammed again.
Yeah, and Handy Taco is the one that was able to pilot it the best so far. So we're going to see if Gucci and Kikikis can really pair up and make this thing hit hard. Shidoko, though, on that Swain, I believe that's who played the Swain last night, but did a very good job zoning and pushing themselves forward, and now Hashem getting themselves their own sort of later game hyper carry in the Zoe. Or in the...
Zeri.
Zeri, thank you.
Now, when you see a Zeri, my first thought always goes, will they do the Zeri Yumi? And
that is the question.
It's a classic pairing. You're a little weak in laning because you are, for a lot of it, playing that 2v1. But no, the more safer pick in the Zeri Lulu. I think there are other like classic support pairing. Gives her the move speed, gives her the attack speed, the on hit, just gives her everything a hyperscaling ADC needs.
Yeah, so the more robust of the enchanters for this situation. No electric cat boogaloo, electrified fairy dust magic. Now Pior is going to get his control mage in Hui. So
the Hui.
This is the Hui. So we're gonna
do not the Hui.
I prefer that meme than whatever we were talking about last night that I will not bring back into this one. Dusik.
Oh, it's a certain champion in a certain role you don't like me mentioning?
Yeah, I can't even remember it. I've literally blacked it out. I have not blacked out the emotions that I felt of disgust and in the back of my mouth that I was absolutely abhorrent to. But we're going to see more drafts. Is that a Nasus band?
That is a Nasus band.
Are you for real? Is Paku really that guy? That's 4 bands against Paku topside. This is actually kind of insane right now. He is getting like, first class treatment.
Is there something specific that Nasus deals with, or do they just not have an answer for the Nasus?
I think the Nasus would be probably one of the hardest sort of stuns to like a Zeri between the mobility slow and the attack speed slow that it goes in with his W. That would be pretty good. But the thing is that like Nasus to me just never really scales, and if there's any amount of IQ power play on the enemy team, because he's so easy to handle. You know, you just any amount of hard CC, and there's a decent amount between the bubble, the hoist stun, the Riptide, and then we get to see the rest of it come through. There's the Garen being taken out. So that is all bans on the side of SDF being aimed directly, I would imagine, at Paku.
Yeah. I mean, Katarina I don't think is a ban at Paku, but
I would almost feel like if you already knew your draft that you were going to pick coming into this, and you knew you're going to, well, I don't know. I feel like much like Garen, if you're realizing you're going into a low CC comp, that's where Katarina can really thrive.
Yeah.
And I guess if they knew they weren't going to have a lot of CC, strangely, before they got into this, they preempted it. Maybe Pure's got a Katarina, like, pocket pick or something like that. It's a little strange, but more interestingly, because it's real news that we can talk about, the Vi pickup for Mafia is in, which I actually think could pair pretty well with the Hui. Either of these champions getting ahead will be a very powerful, very dangerous combo for how much damage can be front-loaded and therefore pop. One of the squishies on the side of STF, as well as just Hui, could. I always like to think that Hui can scale massively for just how much range he has, execution, and just having 9, 10 spells really to throw at people.
Well, not only that, Divide is just one of those classic responses to the Zeri, that point-and-click lockdown. You can't outplay it. So it's one of the few ways to actually keep a Zeri out of from being a problem.
All right, and now Lotus B5 picking up his Wukong, I believe, up in the top side. So Reborn will get final pick on the draft, unsurprisingly, as the captain and the tier 1 player on this particular game.
I'm assuming that's Reborn on the Monkey.
It might be, actually. I'm not too familiar with this champion pool. So, all right, nope,
Yep,
you got it.
It is the Monkey.
Yep, Monkey in the jungle, where he belongs. And then Ornn in the top lane, where he also belongs.
Ooh!
Oh, Paku putting down the gauntlet, calling for the duel with the Fiora pick. I like this. This is a little bit of spicy right now.
I love it.
This is going to put some side lane pressure in. And now comes actually the full evaluation. No little tricks of the trade here for how these drafts have gone, I don't think, because that Swain's clearly going to go mid lane.
There's nothing tricky here, unless you're going to do like Ornn mid lane for some reason, but...
Yeah, not here, not now. Just kind of looking across. I would put the larger amount of damage, I would say, is on the side of Gassy Chuds, which we saw, I believe, in game 2 or 3 last night when STF really swung back. Really provided the winning condition. I know there was a big skill gap on that game. But STF, they've got the front line. Between this Wukong and the Ornn and the Swain, there is a lot of space, and the enabling that will come from the Lulu. There's a lot of space, and pretty much all the chips are in the Zeri pocket.
Yeah. I mean, I keep saying it. I mean, realistically, I think this game's gonna come down to how does the top lane go. If Paku gets that early lead, they don't have a good way to deal with a fed Fiora. But if Paku cannot get that strong advantage early and like start running away in these side lanes, I don't think I think they're just gonna get outscaled so fast with the Zeri, with the Swain, with the Wukong. I think it's just gonna come down to, I think the early game is gonna be the most important this time.
Yeah. I gotcha. So gonna see if Paku can actually pilot this Fiora, get that actual extra pressure point applied to SDF's temple, and really make them sweat as we are getting ourselves into the final night for one of these teams. The end of the road is here for one of them, and we have a nice series of 3 games tonight to decide who will be moving on to the finals. Will it be the SEAL Team Flip, or will it be the Gassy Chuds? Game 1 of tonight, game 5 of the series. We'll get there. Game 5 of the series starts in just a minute. We'll see you right after this break.
Hey, you're probably wondering where I am. Well, I'm in the beautiful city of Narcissus in the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. But better yet, I have a shout out to some of my favorite people ever. And no, it's not Reborn Mountain X. It's actually Icebound 7, Gelenium, and Big Rev, aka Manamyth. Shout out to all of our patrons who are subscribed on the Final Boss Discord site. Go sub, get FBDL Plus, get FBDL Ultimate. Make me smile more, and I'll read your name off every single time. I'll update this every single week. You can waste my time every single week.
Is that a gram? New card. What do you think?
Whoa, very nice. Look at that.
Picked them up from the printers yesterday.
Good coloring.
That's bone. And the lettering is something called Cillian Rail.
It's very cool, Bateman, but that's nothing. Look at this.
That is really nice.
Eggshell with Romalian type. What do you think?
Nice.
Leslie though, but he's still chasing down the zero. Over is one with the air. He returned into blue as it comes on time by the rhythm. Foster back shot still trying to get the defense, but really get nothing. And Chuds is a very offensive position. They're tough in the zone. I'll go with face off. That's not the performance of L'Oreal, and that's a lot of damage to the
Yo, what's up? You're probably wondering where I am right now. And if it isn't obvious, I'm currently in the control room on Alpha Halo.
Fire in the hole! Cover fire! Firing!
But, better yet, I know what you want. And you want to join an esports organization, which is why you should join Final Boss Esports, the most prestigious, legendary esports organization ever. We have won AML, MSL, Legends, and maybe more soon. And you could be on the Hall of Heroes on the Final Boss website. So join today. Join Final Boss at now.
You wouldn't do anything that wasn't all right.
Pull over to the curb.
All right, old sport. All right.
Right you are. I didn't realize you played in FBDL. Go on ahead.
Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm Ishan, and if you're seeing this ad, it means Flay hasn't sent me one yet, so this one's gonna have to do for now. I'm just gonna BS some stuff and talk about CCS, giving you my honest thoughts. Anyways, quick introduction to CCS. It is a league from a long time ago that is now making its return under Flay. If you're a D3 cap player or even up to High Masters, they're looking to expand soon, I believe. Looking for the pre-made Fives league with, in my opinion, the best content, staff to player interaction, and production that I've seen in a long time out of any pre-made Fives league, then it's right here. And the Discord link's right there. If you don't get this Discord link by the time that ends, shoot me a DM. If you want to play in CCS under Final Boss, shoot me a DM. But anyways, I'll see you there.
30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big Rev, there you go. Hey, you're probably wondering where I am. Well, I'm in the beautiful city of Narcissus in the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. But better yet, I have a shout out to some of my favorite people ever. And no, it's not Reborn Mountain X. It's actually Icebound 7, Gelenium, and Big Rev, aka Manamith. Shout out to all of our patrons who are subscribed on the Final Boss Discord site. Go sub, get FBDL Plus, get FBDL Ultimate. Make me smile more, and I'll read your name off every single time. I'll update this every single week. You can waste my time every single week.
Is that a gram? New card. What do you think?
Whoa, very nice. Look at that.
Picked them up from the printers yesterday.
Good coloring.
That's bone. And the lettering is something called Cillian Rail.
It's very cool, Bateman, but that's nothing. Look at this.
That is really nice.
Eggshell with Romalian type. What do you think?
Nice.
got the ult. He's going to jump on in. Looks like he's trying to jump out of some of this. Not much else. Everything's going to run through. The fight's going to go over. He's still chasing down the zero. Over advantage with the air. He returned into blue. Ashton jumps on by the rhythm. Watch the back shot. Still trying to defend the thing. But really get nothing. Trouble seems to see very opposite situations. They're tough in the corner. He's going to face off. Doesn't get the summon to where and that's a lot of damage here.
Yo, what's up? You're probably wondering where I am right now. And if it isn't obvious, I'm currently in the control room on Alpha Halo.
Fire in the hole! Cover fire! Firing!
But, better yet, I know what you want. And you want to join an esports organization, which is why you should join Final Boss Esports, the most prestigious, legendary esports organization ever. We have won AML, MSL.
Flying in here to Game 5 between STF and the Gassy Chuds. I do love when production gets to scale up a bit here, and oh my gosh, it's a deer. There's a lot of antlers on that deer.
There was a lot of antlers.
Yeah. We'll count them later. Right now we need to count and see if this bot lane explodes or if Paku actually gets to abuse Lotus in the top lane here. We did find out, actually, Hierarchs in the chat educated me. Paku, I believe it was Paku is a solid on the Katarina. Yeah, Pure is the Katarina. Alright, so it's mid lane ban for the Katarina, but the Nasus ban was for potential Vayne top because Lucid is apparently very good at the Vayne, which confuses me.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Interesting enough in the top lane, one thing I noticed, Ornn does not have flash this game. He went with a teleport ignite.
That feels like a mistake. That feels like an absolutely abusable thing to walk into. Oh, it's gonna get 2 procs on Paku. Is gonna be super happy about that series of procs.
Speaking of abusable,
Wow, sir. I know you've got the charge. I'm being reminded of the Shyvana last night that got to just like ult away like at every gank, where Prophet was just able to like really keep themselves alive and such. But this feels a little greedy from Lotus.
yeah, they don't have that massive escape pool.
So let's just give a look-see here. Looks like this ward's going to be over there on the chickens. Standard trade there. Both junglers are mirroring themselves, going from top to bottom. Right now, we're just open up pretty calmly here.
Yeah, nothing too crazy yet. Besides this top lane getting 5 CS in 2 minutes.
He's ignited Paku. Oh, the turret shots are hitting. That's going to be a 3rd shot, actually. Because the guy does get the trade-off. First blood secured by Paku. Both are going to use their teleports back. He is losing... I think he lost most of that minion wave. And the wave is still pushing into Lotus's side of the map. So, decent idea. Oh, bubble catches. Hashem in a bit of trouble here. Down to 250. All Gucci's going to fly on in. Barrier goes away. So 2 summoner spells used on the side of STF's bot lane. So advantage for Chuds. I'm not sure if they have a mystery. There's a little bit of some pinging on the top side river, but there's no one really there. I might be trying to worry about this top crab. Ornn's going to go and check it out. And at least confirm that much. Why is Ornn's going really far here, actually? Are they looking for like a weird level 4 gank onto Pure?
I mean, if he's stuck that far into his own tower, it kind of makes sense.
I guess. Hashem's in a little bit of trouble here, though the flash is missed here. Several summoner spells used, but not to any great effect. Bubble will hit dynamic, but that is not enough. Out of mana and out of spells. Chuds try to make a play, and it really falls apart, actually.
Yeah, they really need to get something, because, like, they're just wasting their time at this point. Like, now it's even, like, or it's 9 farm in 4 minutes. This is
falling apart really quickly.
Oh, yeah.
This is not good, ladies and gentlemen.
As the kids say, this is no bueno.
No bueno indeed. No bueno indade. This is keeping at least himself against the wall in case the proc rotates to the side here. But now, yeah, Gucci's going in for it. Flash and Valkyrie forward. Hashem, it goes down. Alright, second blood acquired for at least Gassy Chuds. Good little knock up there, but it's not in the tower range anymore. Paku's doing a lot of good work, but the health is still pretty close. Ignite's not available. And Lotus is just losing all of this because he's going to use the ultimate. Knockup's going to be used. Did not get to use... Oh, the Ignite will tick as well. Just, I don't know, this... I guess that's good.
Oh, it's great for Paku because, again, just he keeps missing out on these waves and experience. But I guess he got most of it before he died.
Yeah, it's a neutralized wave on the top side now. We're going to have another fight bot lane here. Reborn has shown up, but he might regret coming down to get into Gucci's lane. Ultimate, I think it actually does finally tick. Jidoka's going to go real low. Sub 400 health there. So Pure just monitoring they've got priority. And I think they're aware, Whoop. I think they're aware, yep. The Vi is coming in, invading, has entered into the Krug camp. And now there's going to be a quick move to Rome to actually flush them out. Hui's rotating from bots, so it looks like... Yep, Mafia's going to get out.
Yeah, thankfully he has that mid-priority, otherwise he would have got collapsed on there. You saw all of the bot side from Seal Team Flip moving over.
I don't think Lotus is playing this out very well. 20 CS at this point, and just really, I feel like he's focusing far more on champion damage than on actually just getting these last hits and clearing these waves. Feels like a kind of a misplay at his overall strategy. First Drake, we're actually going to catch it this time tonight, Dusik. The first Drake is being collected by STF. It's not one of those matches where it's like, hey, 20 minutes in, oh, look at that. 4 Drakes have been slain. We just discovered that.
You're walking down getting a random orbital laser on someone just because you can.
Gotta love it. Gotta
love it. Oh, I love it.
Long-range snipies.
Gold across the map is relatively even. It's, again, all on Paku really in the top side. Gonna pop those crystals, maybe?
Does get the pop. He's gonna start doing the proxy farming. Doesn't have a lot of lifesteal. Oran's gonna actually use the ult. Gets parried, but Paku's gonna go over and he's gonna meet a monkey. Reborn gonna be able to catch him, and one more auto attack should do it. Oh, he gets the dash. Shidoko's here, and that'll limit Paku's ways out. He will go down. Kill collected by Reborn. And this game is still feeling pretty solid, pretty stable, and that's there's been several kills in the top lane, but they've been traded out. Lotus doing justice, still 30 CS behind, but that's not the worst case scenario.
Oh, not at all. Like, he's managed to catch up in levels. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, big indeed here. Oh, double bubble hit, actually. That's massive here. Hashem's going to use the barrier. Going to use his own ultimate. Going to start hitting back here. Kaga's trying to run away. Doesn't have the tidal wave available. Shidoko also getting some action. He's going to getting 2-on-1 right now. Mafia gets on in and will flash away, so Shidoko will survive. It looks like bot lane disengaged as well. Getting action, just no one dying in several of these engages here.
Yeah, it's a lot of just burning summoner spells right now. No one wants to really commit because there's no objective, but like getting a free flash here for an ult, you always just take that. Actually, I was wrong. Chuds actually taking down these grubs. I always forget that's an actual thing.
Right, such a low impact objective these days.
But with the Fiora, it's a lot more impactful.
A lot more impactful indeed. Shidoko's going to go ultimate mode, gets one proc out, doesn't want to overextend into the river. He needs to clear this wave and reset. He is out of mana and low. I do want to highlight how well Paku is just playing the micro here against the Ornn, where there's plenty of times where the Flame Breath is hitting on him, but the auto attack trades just aren't there. He's staying just out of range where Lotus would be able to actually hit him and get those big chunks. Now we actually have a fight around the blue buff Reborn. He's invaded, clone mode activated, starts trying to run away. Does not have the ultimate available. It's going to get locked up. The kill is going to be picked up by Pure. Dynamic has shown up with Hashem to try to help out, but that's going to be a second kill donated over to the Gassy Chuds. Less than ideal. All that for a blue buff.
Yeah, I'm not sure they just didn't know where the Vi was, or if there's just some, like, mistracking, because that was a very aggressive invade, and you don't have priority in mid or bot. So I gotta wonder why Reborn thought he could go for that invade. Because the moment Vi shows up, you gotta run. That point-and-click ult, your clone ain't disguising that.
No, and maybe you're trying to be cheeky enough to think they're not going to think you're going to do that, and you outthink yourself, and then you end up being a thought, or more into prayers. So Reborn's going to have to reset strategy there. He's going to start out, just gets himself on the bot side going up. This Vi, let's looking at the quick matchup. It looks like still pretty even there on the jungle side, and can't say there's too many other advantages really showing up outside of course, the Fiora's finished that. Ravenous Hydra's going to start healing massively, and that's going to be ultimate activated. Lotus gets himself underneath the tower, but that double proc there, that was audacious. Paku, it's healing the minions too. I did not know it did that. So getting some extra time on the turret, getting some acceleration, and that first brick is about to be toppled here. No one's going to meet this.
I don't know if she can get the full thing in time. Oh wait, no, Lotus doesn't have teleport. Yeah, no, there's no way to stop it. Looks like Reborn's trying to head up, but he's stopping to do camp, so I don't think he's going to get there in time.
I think he's just going to maintain farm, keep himself stabilized.
Yeah, it's gone. The grub's actually mattering.
Who saw that coming? And plenty of minions killed as well. Plenty of CS denied. So Paku maximizing that play is going to probably clear out a wave, get this cannon, and exit stage top. Get himself in a brush, head on home, and maybe buy a half item. Because the gold swing is starting to really accelerate here, I'd say.
Oh, yeah. Not to mention, I mean, it's almost a full 2-level lead now for Paku also on top of that. It is reaching that point of how do you deal with this Fiora without sending 5 people?
Well, they're at least going to send 2. Lotus does have their ultimate available. No Ignite. It's going to start getting chunked out pretty hard. The Monkey has arrived. Reborn going to start getting himself involved. Does get the actual hit on the dash. Goes over. Does not hit. But, oh, here comes the swing from afar. It actually did hit. Now Paku out of options, out of ideas. Goes down, but that's going to be a trade. Fiora for Dragon? I think yes.
I mean, you have to burn so many things together. You have to burn 2 ults and the Wukong flash to go 1-for-1, and you still lose the Dragon.
Yeah, now Shidoka's put himself into a somewhat dangerous position here. Use the ultimate, gets the rip and pull. It's going to get a little bit of heal off that, but one more spell might finish him. The snipe, it looks like it missed. And big fight here, bot side here, and there's the electricity brought in. Hashem moving forward here, putting a lot of damage onto Mafia. He's going to be forced to run away. Oh, Gucci uses his barrier. Now Reborn trying to get himself pushed forward, but his team's not really syncing up with him. He's just going to die out here in the tri-bush. Kind of a split set of minds there as Hashem and Dynamic were backing off and just leave Reborn out to dry.
Well, they got cut off by Nami, although they didn't want to get knocked up, so they had to leave the Monkey on the other side of the wave.
MVP of the fight, Kikikis, with the right wave. Now at this point, I believe as much as they might enjoy how much they are kind of winning this bot lane, I am expecting a rotation around the map. There's already been at least one turret taken. Maybe, I'm curious if Gassy Chuds are going to let the Fiora keep pushing on that top side, maybe stealing jungle camps and things like that, just really accelerating this split push. But she's got to kill turrets. Otherwise, an infinite collection of farm does no good, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, right now I seem to keep leaving her top side. I mean, she can definitely punish the Ornn. I don't know how well she'll do in the full Xayah Lulu, so I think keeping her top is fine for now. But I think once she gets that Trinity Force, looks like she's going for second, then she can really split push into everyone.
Yeah, just Next dragon is going to be up in 3 minutes, so we might have ourselves a little bit of a lull until that next major objective. Both teams having one apiece, so this game is getting extended. Yep, look at that gold lead right now. Paku and Gucci leading the way. So Gassy Chuds, they have this game in their hands right now, and with how well Paku is scaling up, getting that hyper lifesteal going, the shield, the Sheen proc always feels good in the hands of an auto-attacking character, and first crystals shattered onto this turret. Might even get this actual plate, because Lotus is kind of taking a while to clear these waves, I gotta say.
I mean, kind of hard when you have to spend so much gold on the Bramble Vest and the Ninja Tabbies. He doesn't have the full Sunfire, doesn't have any actual wave clear.
Ooh, that wave's actually going to hit here. Did not expect that. Mafia has arrived, but no one is actually stepping forward to finish off Hashem. He's just on the run, but the rest of Dynamic, the rest of SDF, they want to run away, but Dynamic will be taken out, and the Vi uses her second charge, and on the tip end of that, finishes off the Zeri, and now Shidoko. He's arrived. Big damage across, but no one really being collected. So, fight in the favor of Gassy Chuds, and they extend their lead even further.
Yeah, we're starting to see this value actually start snowballing. Gassy Chuds can just ignore the top side of the map, just like, yeah, Fiora, do your thing. And we're seeing again these Nami, these waves, these bubbles really are turning these team fights that are close into, oh shoot, they got 2 more extra seconds of uptime. We gotta run.
Yeah, I can't say I've often seen like a tidal wave used as kind of like the counter punch, the counter move. Like, oh, they pushed into us, but we absorbed it, we got ourselves safe, but the wave seemed like it was set up to like, okay, back up and run forward and catch out Hashem, who I think was kind of either confused or just feel like, all right, I guess I kind of ulted, pushed them back, we're kind of good to go. Oh no, I have been knocked up.
Oh no, I am the knocked up.
Points at Butterfly. Is this a knock-up? A little bit of a pull here. Decent damage exchange. Ultimate thrown out. He's going to get Shidoko pretty low. He flashed, actually, at the end of that. I don't know if he was expecting more all-in from Pure, but that's a summoning spell used.
He probably was expecting the orbital laser to come down.
It is very scary when the satellite has you in their eye. Ooh, Gucci getting tagged up. Hashem. A little bit of an exchange. Yeah, Hashem's a little low there.
You feel every time one of those missiles connects.
Yep, and now Shidoko, he's in a bit of trouble. The Vi has arrived, might get the first hit, misses. But there's not really a lot of turret shots. He's going to bring out his ultimate. It's going to get him a little tankier. But he's gone into the Leandries first. Yeah, at least get himself a bit more health and really emphasize the burn. And Herald Charge used mid lane. So a little bit more out of STF, but they actually are going to get more than they bargained for. Big knockup, but they're not actually diving fully underneath the turret. No one dies except for Mafia overextending. And now, here comes the Ornhorn. That's going to be a double knockup. There we go, and that Nami is gonna get put on the grill and roasted. We're gonna bring the food metaphors back into here. Kekekis goes down after that exchange did not go as far as it needed, but Paku, he's going as far as he wants, gonna take down Shidoko super quickly. I couldn't even identify what champion was there before he died. And now Paku has free roam. He's gonna start smacking on this inhibitor turret while SDF, they're gonna get a dragon, but this still feels like a decent advantage for the Gassy Chuds. Just keep scaling up the gold. They're getting some damage on this mid turret. Gucci putting himself on the top side of that lane to keep himself safe. Soul may not even be a concern in this game for the Gassy Chuds with how they're moving their pieces around the map.
A lot happened in the last minute, but all started off with Gassy Chuds looking for that pick on the mid lane. They got a lot. They burned a lot. The moment that Vi flash ulted in underneath the towers a little bit too far with Wukong ult and the Ornn teleporting in. And just they finally went that little bit too far forward and they actually got punished. But even if they lost a team fight, again, we look at topside, Paku's just running down, already taking it in his tower at 18 minutes. 3 full items on the Fiora.
Nope, move forward here. All Gucci getting his Sheen procs and auto attacks and puts Hashem low. So, and it's not too well timed. Maybe trying to look for a kill on that. We still got 4 minutes till the next dragon and a minute till Baron arrives. Shidoko, you might want to get used to this episode of the show because it's just going to keep happening to you. You're worth 360 gold, so that's at least the good news. The maximum disrespect has not been implemented just yet, but he is not able to handle this right now. Turret will go down, barely tickles Mafia on the way out. Good hit on the zap, and now the Chuds, they're just moving in. Gonna start putting some hurt onto this turret, and not too much. So they've got themselves lined up and ready to go. This is actually a very coordinated, it's not too exciting of a game actually so far. I know that we're 6-11 right now, but I'm still leaning back in my chair while we cast this. I gotta be honest with the chat. This game's not that explosive. Paku has exploded in gold value, but much like accounting and finance, it's a snooze fest. It's actually surprisingly. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you work in the monies side of the business?
Went to school for accounting and finance. Thank you.
We all have our proclivities, our strengths, and our mistakes. And yours? I don't think he actually. I think he just baited very, very well, very accurately. And now Shidoko, he's getting in here, but Pure's still up and available. And now Gucci has arrived to Shem. You want to get yourself away. Ultimate's nice and everything. Chain damage feels good, but the rest of your team is dead. Reborn and Shidoko down for the count, and now Paku, hungry, but is gonna have to save room for later. Pure saved by the bell, but I feel like that was all part of a plan.
Yeah. This keeps looking rough. Like what's I'm trying to think like what is the win con for Field Team Flip at this point, and it's somehow shut down Pure in the side lanes with either good luck doing that, and hope Hashem can run these team fights, but you gotta do step one first. Not seeing how they do step one.
Yeah, and with the quest, Fiora will have the teleport and be able to join a fight, even though it's usually not her greatest strength. So it really comes down to, I think it's one of these next major objectives, whether it's the next Drakes that actually get themselves primed for Soul Point for Chemtech Soul, or the Baron. That's really where it's going to come down to, because let's say they leave Paku alone, and Lotus joins up for a full 5v4 kind of situation. Oh, stolen chickens. Mafia, though, is going to play the ultimate price. Fortishim's going to collect that using their ultimate. Not the worst timing, minute and a half till that dragon is up. But like I was saying, they need to actually index into like a 5v4 kind of fight and really pull the trigger on it, so that if Paku is going to try to join up with his team, they can try to swing that and equalize the gold, because the only advantages that are worth noting in that sort of fight dynamic is Shidoko is behind Pure by a level and 1.5 or 1.5k. And that's pretty surmountable, especially if they can pick them out. And now this is the fight that we're talking about here. The wave's not going to actually hit anyone, and Shidoko's gone into the middle of it. Flashed out by the Nami Pure, running for his life, can't really survive the situation. Shidoko's gone underneath it, gets the explosion, collects Kikis, and now STF fighting back, but it will cost them this inhibitor turret. They need to make another decision here. They're trying to rotate down to actually cut off Paku and maybe collect the gold, but Paku, he's going to actually start hitting onto Lotus, tickling him, not really doing a lot. The armor stacking has done good work. He's going to leave the inhibitor. I think he thought he hit that. Are they making the call to not bring that down just yet for, like, CS reasons?
I think it's all 5 coming down. I think he just wanted to get out of there.
Yeah, I think he's actually he timed that perfectly. He escaped, doesn't get caught, gets a little more damage on the mid turret, which kind of feels like that puts Gassy Chuds still in the driver's seat. Everyone's alive, and now time to pick up the dragon.
Yep. And Steel Team Flip just burned all of their ultimates in that last fight. Like, they don't have the engage tools. Them walking forward like this.
That's not good, and the big tank is down, and then
Paku doesn't care about the dragon. He wants your base.
But he understands bait and switch, pull and pull. Reborn's going to be able to get onto him, but the flash is used here. Mafia might have been the one to overstep here, and that's the jungler. He's got a flash away. Wave used very well by Kekigus to deny the engage. Dragon's been being taken this entire time by Gucci, so Chuds moving their pieces around deftly. No one getting caught out. The coverage from Kakekis, the coverage from Mafia, it's all so well timed. And now Hashem's just realized, like, we got to move forward. But then the bubble hits and just denies the movement.
And now your ADC is half health. You see Fiora pushing a base, and you know that they can surrender the Baron. You got to make a call. What are you going to pull the trigger on?
Reborn's at least going to get the Scuttle Crab taken. That will at least give them vision around the Baron so they know when Chuds moved for it. But otherwise, they've got to play cleanup. Oh, Paku has actually found Hashem, and now Grand Challenge is going to be cleaned up, going to be collected. Big scalp collected there by Paku. He is exploded right now. 7.8 AK over Lotus. He has 3 items, Hull Breaker in hand. He's going to be destroying turrets. He is going to destroy anyone that touches near him. Reborn's looking like he's going to try to jump in here. You're way early on this one, Reborn. There's nothing else here. And your clone's gone. They're going to jump in on you, and that's going to be a dead monkey.
They see the base falling, but they have no one that can stop it.
I don't think anyone on the side of SDF can kill him. The Ornn can be alive, and the Ornn can come back, but even, like, the Swain can't kill her. We saw that earlier.
And now she has Baron buff. Those minions are now a lot dangerous.
The pressure is rising, and this is starting to feel one of the most insurmountable games that I've actually casted this season. This isn't like an absolute stomp. This is just a very gradual pressure point. Just a vice grip slowly twisted on. Call of the Forge God is going to be interrupted here. Oh, Paku about to go down. Smite used. He's sitting on the edge, and now Hashem. Oh no, it's picked up by Reborn, and now the fight is actually swinging, and now Gucci forced to flash away. The slow's going to hit from the zap. But Hashem, he's going to ride the lightning, ride the wall, try to get himself over, but he is sitting on the edge. Gucci goes forward, finishes him off, but Reborn is going to be able to actually collect that kill. We're on a full round of Chaos and Mafia in the middle of this, trying to get himself away while Reborn keeps pressing forward. The wave denied the rest of the movement from his team, but he says, this is our time now. Move forward and fight. Takes down the Nami, and now the fight with the Vi is going to be able to actually provides the spacing, and now with the last of his mana, Pure will secure that kill. Shidoko, though, on 1 health, he was back at the base trying to save the Nexus. The minions almost took it.
I was wondering that the whole time, like, are they going to have to do it? But again, they finally shut down Paku, got the goal, and it's like, okay, we got to pull the trigger here. Reborn, I believe, ended up taking both the big shutdowns on Oguchi and Paku, so he backed about 2,000 gold. The minions ended it! The minions ended it!
In the small window, the minions actually are too much for STF, and they're just going to lose by just the overwhelming pressure of the minion waves. No one on the side of Gassy Chuds was even in their base looking at this map right now. Mafia was dead. Kekikis was in the death chamber. Fiora was, I think, just freshly spawned. It was only Pior there by his own tier 1. And I'm realizing, oh my god, look at the top side of this screen before it goes away. No towers were taken.
Not a single, nope. And every tower fell on the side of SEAL Team Flip.
That might be the most precise and surgical win we've seen this season. There was an effective use of the split push. Paku never got caught out. Didn't die there till right before that last fight that we saw. That was when he finally died after putting down so much damage onto the top and bot side, inhib turrets and everything. Just there was never a chance. There was never a chance for STF to get into this game.
There wasn't. It was surgical. There's no other word to put it. It was, they had a plan, they executed it, and they never lost tempo on it.
Yeah. So I can't say there's much else to really kind of be going about there. There was an attempt by Reborn to bring it back. There was a respectable hold on the top side by Lotus into the Fiora. It's when you have a single threat with the Zeri and the Swain just not tanky enough to eat all of the damage that's coming at them, they had to fight 5v5, and they just couldn't handle being split across the map.
No. They were forced into making a decision of either trying to fight the Fiora or trying to fake the team fight, and both were losing games.
Yeah. So that'll be game 5 here. Gassy Chuds now sitting on Semifinals point. They can win this now if they can actually nail the next game and send Steel Team Flip home. So we're going to get ourselves locked and loaded. Rosters are set. So we will see you all in the draft for Game 6. Steel Team Flip now on the chopping block. Can they bring this to a Game 7? Can they keep their hopes alive? We'll see in a minute.
Hey, you're probably wondering where I am. Well, I'm in the beautiful city of Narcissus in the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. But better yet, I have a shout out to some of my favorite people ever. And no, it's not Reborn Mountain X. It's actually Icebound 7, Gelenium, and Big Rev, aka Manamith. Shout out to all of our patrons who are subscribed on the Final Boss Discord site. Go sub, get FBDL Plus, get FBDL Ultimate. Make me smile more, and I'll read your name off every single time. I'll update this every single week. You can waste my time every single week.
Is that a gram? New card. What do you think?
Whoa, very nice. Look at that.
Picked them up from the printers yesterday.
Good coloring.
That's bone. And the lettering is something called Cillian Rail.
It's very cool, Bateman, but that's nothing. Look at this.
That is really nice.
Eggshell with Romalian type. What do you think?
Nice.
He's got the ult. He's going to jump on in. This is trying to jump on some of this. How much else? Everything's going to run through. The fight's going to go over. He's still chasing down this area. This is going to get the area. He returned into blue. Ashton jumps on by the rhythm. Dr. Backshot still trying to defend things, but really get nothing. Trouble seems to see very opposite situations. They're suffering. They're going to face off. Doesn't get the summon to where I am. That's a lot of damage.
Yo, what's up? You're probably wondering where I am right now. And if it isn't obvious, I'm currently in the control room on Alpha Halo.
Fire in the hole! Cover fire! Firing!
But, better yet, I know what you want. And you want to join an esports organization, which is why you should join Final Boss Esports, the most prestigious, legendary esports organization ever. We have won AML, MSL, Legends, and maybe more soon. And you could be on the Hall of Heroes on the Final Boss website. So join today. Join Final Boss at now.
You wouldn't do anything that wasn't all right.
Pull over to the curb.
All right, old sport. All right.
Right you are. I didn't realize you played in FBDL. Go on ahead.
Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm Ishan, and if you're seeing this ad, it means Flay hasn't sent me one yet, so this one's gonna have to do for now. I'm just gonna BS some stuff and talk about CCS, giving you my honest thoughts. Anyways, quick introduction to CCS. It is a league from a long time ago that is now making its return under Flay. If you're a D3 cap player or even up to High Masters, they're looking to expand soon, I believe. Looking for the pre-made Fives league with, in my opinion, the best content, staff to player interaction, and production that I've seen in a long time out of any pre-made Fives league, then it's right here. And the Discord link's right there. If you don't get this Discord link by the time that ends, shoot me a DM. If you want to play in CCS under Final Boss, shoot me a DM. But anyways, I'll see you there.
30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big Rev, there you go. Hey, you're probably wondering where I am. Well, I'm in the beautiful city of Narcissus in the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. But better yet, I have a shout out to some of my favorite people ever. And no, it's not Reborn Mountain X. It's actually Icebound 7, Gelenium, and Big Rev, aka Manamyth. Shout out to all of our patrons who are subscribed on the Final Boss Discord site. Go sub, get FBDL Plus, get FBDL Ultimate. Make me smile more, and I'll read your name off every single time. I'll update this every single week. You can waste my time every single week.
Is that a gram? New card. What do you think?
Whoa, very nice. Look at that.
Picked them up from the printers yesterday.
Good coloring.
That's bone. And the lettering is something called Cillian Rail.
It's very cool, Bateman, but that's nothing. Look at this.
That is really nice.
Eggshell with Romalian type. What do you think?
Nice.
He's got the ult. He's gonna jump on in. Look at the jump on some of this. Now my guess, I think he's gonna run through. The fight's gonna go over. He's still chasing down the zig. Over the lane with the ace. He returned into blue. Ashton jumps on by the rhythm. Foster backshot still trying to get the anything, but really get nothing. And Travis seems to see a very opposite situation. They're tough when he's done. He's able to face off. Doesn't get the summon to where I am. That's a lot of game to
Yo, what's up? You're probably wondering where I am right now. And if it isn't obvious, I'm currently in the control room on Alpha Halo.
Fire in the hole! Cover fire! Firing!
But, better yet, I know what you want. And you want to join an esports organization, which is why you should join Final Boss Esports, the most prestigious, legendary esports organization ever. We have won AML, MSL, Legends, and maybe more soon. And you could be on the Hall of Heroes on the Final Boss website. So join today. Join Final Boss at now.
You wouldn't do anything that wasn't all right.
We sit on the edge, of the Gassy Chuds winning this semi and locking in their ticket for the Season 2 final match against Think Rev Think. Jackie lurking in the shadows watching this game. But SEAL Team Flip have thrown everything at the wall here. Have brought in some high-value players to get them to Game 7. Black Vmon in the top lane, Sovereign in the jungle, Frosty returning into the mid lane with Watermark in the bot lane. And I believe I heard that Otto was being subbed for Griffin. And then Sad White Man on the Gassy Tread side with Mafia and sticking around. But Elegance mid lane. And, ooh, Handy Taco is in with Paku in the bot lane. But his Quirky will be stolen away.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too surprised. We've been seeing it every game it's been a threat. There's not really a good answer to it in lane. And yeah, you can outscale it at 4 items, but you gotta make it to that point for it to matter.
Yeah, and that's where I think these games have actually just kind of accelerated. Ooh, Lucian picked
Milio.
up.
Lucian Milio. Come on, please.
Milio
Lucian
would
Milio.
be the lock-in.
Please.
That would be the pain train.
I'm not a fan of Lucian Nami as much after the Imperial Mandate rework, but Lucian Milio still works incredibly well.
Especially with the hard CC being the crux of the Imperial Mandate now.
Oh, nope.
It's going to be the Nami. Alrighty, we're going back. Gotta land that bubble. Gotta land the wave if you want to get the full value if you go Imperial Mandate there, Paku. But we're going to trust you on the day. So bot lanes will be price secured here by the end of the first round of picks. Gotta be thinking. Let me look around here. Bans aren't telling us too much. Bunch of junglers banned away from Sovereign. Him and Frosty slated to probably do very well against Mafia and Elegance, but if they can hold water, if the top side of the map, I believe, can hold water long enough, I really have a lot of faith in Handy Taco to actually take this to the distance. And it's just going to be a challenge if that Lucian can get the range and deal with how many really long range elements there are in STF as they start building up their comp here. The Seraphine locked in, and then the Akali locked in for Frosty.
The blind Akali is a bit surprising, but again, it's just they're throwing it down, saying, what do you got to deal with this?
And Sad White Man getting his Darius here and picking it blind. I believe I remember that being banned against him in an earlier game in this series. So kind of some surprise blind picks here out of both teams here as we enter into the second draft phase. Can't say I got anything sticking out to me of what they can ban. We have probably top lane bans coming in from the Gassy Chuds. There's going to be the York taken away. And junglers. Yep, there goes the Vi. So Mafia losing his queen.
I mean, well, it's not the best pick into Akali. Whenever there's a Seraphine, my thought goes to, hey, what if we just play Mel and make Seraphine not a champion?
That's a fantastic proposition. That actually is a fantastic proposition. It's like, hey, I'm going to make you dance. He's like, no, I'm going to make you dance.
No, you dance.
Right. The Alawi taken away from Black Vmont. Alrighty. Taking out my Tentacle Queen. As you were. And I think that Mel actually does fit. If Elegance, we saw this earlier in the season on certain teams. I like to think about, it might have been Dr. Backshots or T-Sig, but it was a lower skilled top laner. They were given the Malphite, and they had one job, and your one job is to just ult in and win. And I think I remember another team having the same idea where they picked the Mel, and your entire job is to just reflect the ultimate from Seraphine. And if you do that every time, we win. So I really think that idea actually has way more potency than you give it credit for.
I could see it here, grab an engaged jungler on 4 and grab the Mel on 5. I could see it. Nope.
Lysandra being picked up by Elegance, so that is their pick secured. I am a fan of having some type of engage. It just, this comp feels a little discordant now. The way I usually think about Darius is that he's a come into me kind of bruiser champion. Like, yeah, he can get ghost and like kind of run people down, but he does his best work just being the kind of bruiser tanky execution reset champion that just really is an anti-dive
Yeah. I
champion.
view it similar like Olaf or Xin Zhao, where like you need something to pair with it to like really get that engage going. But if they get into your backline, game's over.
Yeah. Yeah, and for sure. The Moondo's going to be picked up. I feel like this is for Black Veemon, even though it would normally be in the jungle. I'm not sure where this is actually going to go, because I would expect a more higher damage champion there. That feels a little more like it. So Hecarim for Sovereign, Black Veemon taking the Mundo top side, since he already knows the matchup into the Darius.
Could be Darius jungle.
It could. It's probable.
It could be the jungle.
You're trying to make it a thing, and I'm going to tell you, that's not a thing. Oh no, I'm slowly remembering it. No. Production, lock in the final pick. Save me right now for my memory. Mbessa in the... That's not as bad, but it still caught me off guard. Mbessa, locked in. Mafia, taken to the jungle. We're locking in here, boys. Hecarim for Sovereign. Gonna need to farm up, gonna need to get some good charges in, but we have ourselves our game 6 established. Griffin is in for Otto, just so y'all are prepared for that. Scoob on the Corky, Handy Taco. Can you carry your team to the finals tonight? We'll see you soon.
Hey, you're probably wondering where I am. Well, I'm in the beautiful city of Narcissus in the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. But better yet, I have a shout out to some of my favorite people ever. And no, it's not Reborn Mountain X. It's actually Icebound 7, Gelenium, and Big Rev, aka Manamyth. Shout out to all of our patrons who are subscribed on the Final Boss Discord site. Go sub, get FBDL Plus, get FBDL Ultimate. Make me smile more, and I'll read your name off every single time. I'll update this every single week. You can waste my time every single week.
You wouldn't do anything that wasn't all right.
Pull over to the curb.
All right, old sport. All right.
Right you are. I didn't realize you played in FBDL. Go on ahead.
Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm Ishan, and if you're seeing this ad, it means Flay hasn't sent me one yet, so this one's gonna have to do for now. I'm just gonna BS some stuff and talk about CCS, giving you my honest thoughts. Anyways, quick introduction to CCS. It is a league from a long time ago that is now making its return under Flay. If you're a D3 cap player or even up to High Masters, they're looking to expand soon, I believe. Looking for the pre-made Fives league with, in my opinion, the best content, staff to player interaction, and production that I've seen in a long time out of any pre-made Fives league, then it's right here. And the Discord link's right there. If you don't get this Discord link by the time that ends, shoot me a DM. If you want to play in CCS under Final Boss, shoot me a DM. But anyways, I'll see you there.
30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big Rev, there you go. Hey, you're probably wondering where I am. Well, I'm in the beautiful city of Narcissus in the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. But better yet, I have a shout out to some of my favorite people ever. And no, it's not Reborn Mountain X. It's actually Icebound 7, Gelenium, and Big Rev, aka Manamyth. Shout out to all of our patrons who are subscribed on the Final Boss Discord site. Go sub, get FBDL Plus, get FBDL Ultimate. Make me smile more, and I'll read your name off every single time. I'll update this every single week. You can waste my time every single week.
Is that a gram? New card. What do you think?
Whoa, very nice. Look at that.
Picked them up from the printers yesterday.
Good coloring.
That's bone. And the lettering is something called Cillian Rail.
It's very cool, Bateman, but that's nothing. Look at this.
That is really nice.
Eggshell with Romalian type. What do you think?
Nice.
We've got the he's going to jump on in. This is going to jump on some of this. How much else Evan's going to run through. The fight's going to go over. He's still chasing down this area. This is going to get by Ace. He returned into blue. Ashton jumps on by the rhythm. Dr. Backshot still trying to get the thing, but really get nothing. And Travis is in a very awkward situation. He's very tough when he's going to go to face off. He doesn't get so much low line. That's a lot of damage.
Yo, what's up? You're probably wondering where I am right now. And if it isn't obvious, I'm currently in the control room on Alpha Halo.
Fire in the hole! Cover fire! Firing! They gave him the
But, better yet, I know what you want. And you want to join an esports organization, which is why you should join Final Boss Esports, the most prestigious, legendary esports organization ever. We have won AML, MSL, Legends, and maybe more soon. And you could be on the Hall of Heroes on the Final Boss website. So join today. Join Final Boss at now.
You wouldn't do anything that wasn't all right.
Pull over to the curb.
All right, old sport. All right.
Right you are. I didn't realize you played in FBDL. Go on ahead.
Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm Ishan, and if you're seeing this ad, it means Flay hasn't sent me one yet, so this one's gonna have to do for now. I'm just gonna BS some stuff and talk about CCS, giving you my honest thoughts. Anyways, quick introduction to CCS. It is a league from a long time ago that is now making its return under Flay. If you're a D3 cap player or even up to High Masters, they're looking to expand soon, I believe. Looking for the pre-made Fives league with, in my opinion, the best content, staff to player interaction, and production that I've seen in a long time out of any pre-made Fives league, then it's right here. And the Discord link's right there. If you don't get this Discord link by the time that ends, shoot me a DM. If you want to play in CCS under Final Boss, shoot me a DM. But anyways, I'll see you there.
30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10.
Quack. Ribbit. That's my voiceover work. Music.
Minions have spawned.
Thought I did a pretty good job. Just a little bit of
comment on
wards. What?
We won't comment on it.
Well, that hurt. We are locking in here now for Game 6 of the Final Boss Draft League bracket stage here. Semi-finals. Gassy Chuds now sit poised to take the series, put themselves into the finals against Think Rev Think, but the point value suggests that STF are very favored to actually win this match. We got to see how, well, the mid lane trades out, and if Handy Taco here in the bot lane can actually pilot his team to a win.
Yeah, I mean, Lucian Nami is one of those lanes where, you know, you get a lead, you really can't snowball, but you gotta play that early levels, like 1 through 4, really tightly. You gotta preserve that HP.
And so far, they're doing pretty well here. Paku stepping forward, trying to get some trade onto Watermark, making sure he's not as comfortable, not too comfortable. Otherwise, top side, I'm curious to see how this plays out between Sad White Man and Black Vmon. Mundo is going to love to scale, but Darius is going to love to be able to actually get some executes and get themselves accelerated. I would like to even see a Sheen on him as one of his first, you know, mid-tier items completed. Just feels really good having that available for trading.
I'm never really a fan of Sheen on Darius myself, but I'm also not a Darius enjoyer.
You don't like axing people down?
No, I like the Black Cleaver. You know, Black Cleaver and just the full tank from there is kind of all you need. But, I mean, this game in general, looking at the lineup, Gassy Chuds really are on that timer to close out this game before, you know, the Mundo becomes unkillable. The Kelly's one-shotting your back line. Like, they do have to play a very tight, very efficient game, or they will just eventually get out-checked.
Tick-tock, tick-tock. If this game goes past 30 minutes, it's probably going to be way into STF's favor, just by how these comps roll and go, and without even the Seraphine will scale, because that ultimate will it'll go across everybody, and it will be a dance party where everyone dies at the end of it.
No, only the enemies will die. Your team's fine.
Yeah, you know, it's the almost last scene of Hocus Pocus. That's what it is.
God, that's an old reference.
It is. We're millennials. You knew what this was. Oh, gonna get a little bit forward here, and oh, that double knock does not actually hit, doesn't root here. Handy Taco getting a very good health advantage against both laners. Baku's sitting full health.
Yep. They're going to try to look for another trade once these cooldowns are back up to try to push them out of this lane. But I'm really keeping the pressure on this Nami, not letting them walk up for free.
Yeah, that wave's going to get crashed into them just as the next one arrives. This might land and put some minions into Death's range, but Watermark is going to do their level best to collect as many as he can. Looks like a couple are going to be denied. Call that a victory, and there's a good bit of damage. Bubble just short. Ooh. Pretty sure if that hits, he goes forward and kind of finishes off. Heal used.
I mean, I don't know if you fully commit to they does still have the barrier, but you definitely at least go for a bit more trade.
Soft invade here, fighting the chicken coop. Mafia pushed back, but is going to be able to use quite a couple of spells, put some damage out. Who gets the big chicken? That will be picked up by Sovereign. Ooh, Sad White Man going forward, flashing forward. Maybe able to get the pull back. CC not available. Big bleed, big damage. I think he actually might have this on the auto attacks. Gets the final Q. Spin to win first blood. Sad White Man with his pick. I can see why this probably was banned last night. Did not want to give him his axe.
Cool. A thing we also missed there, but you can realize, at some point, Sad White Man had burned the Mundo passes, so he did have the CC immunity. So I'm guessing he got a pull off earlier, and so the moment he had it back up, he just went for the flash, knowing Mundo doesn't have the flash, just has the ghost. He just ran him down.
That's how you play the long game. Probably found the little capsule and stepped on to make sure he did not get that back up, did not get any healing. Sovereign, he's in a bit of trouble here. Mafia with a lot of strength early on this Ambessa. I'm going to force him to back. Crabs are not up yet. Alright, so very good so far. Gassy Chuds kind of feel like they're a bit in the driver's seat. Only Frosty doing well, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, he's got that good sized lead, but it feels more like Elegance is just playing not to let him snowball on the Akali.
Oh, yeah. And does have that point and click CC with the Glacial Tomb. So, may not be the same sort of thing. And the root's also fantastic, just to lock down Frosty, make sure they can't really do anything.
Also with the vulnerability, so Frosty can't as easily just go for Tower Dive.
Yep. Oh, that's a lot of damage here. Baku will be forced to flash away. That got scary. And I believe the heal got used as well. So they're going to back up after the buy has come in for Watermark and Griffin. So quick reset. Get on back to... They're going to lose a Canyon Wave, it actually looks like, is crashing in. So that's a bit unfortunate. Frosty going to try to get himself away, get a dash and flash away. So that's a good summoner spell used for very low resource and very low commitment on the side of Chuds. Death Rush isn't really it. And Mafia's all alone here. Going to be forced to flash away, but executed by Frosty. That 5-point strike, bringing him down.
Yeah, he was about a couple chickens off level 6, was probably trying to greed for it, but couldn't get it in time, so got CC'd by the Onslaught of Shadows.
That skill difference showing up here. Handy Taco stepping forward here, putting massive damage here. Watermark going to have to dodge the culling. Body block time for Griffin. Barrier used. So, asserting himself, holding control of this bot lane. The first early levels have been played out well by the Chuds, and Handy Taco is in control of this lane. Can he accelerate it further? We need some kills collected. Need these turrets to go down.
He's set up now. He's just got to actually pull that trigger, metaphorically and realistically.
Oh, Frosty, you might have gotten yourself into a bit of trouble here. Smoke's going to buy him some time, but he's going to try to get himself over to his jungler. He's going to miss his ultimate, and that goes away.
Execution going wide. I think it's almost better for him that the execution missed, because like looking at the map, Seraphine rotated over, Hecarim was there. I think if he went in, he gets one shot, because he is going that lethality setup. He doesn't have any extra beefiness.
Yeah, would not have been that well. They'd have had to Bright Flash in to try to make something happen. Entomb someone, really have to invest it. Just save his life. Maybe they come out on top of that. And that's even with Akali's ultimate available. So that'd have been a full brawl. Maybe not their best option. So good. Sometimes the luck is when you miss. You know.
Uh-oh.
Gank topside here. Sad White Man's going to try to get a kill onto the Black Vmon, but he's going to have to turn himself back around, take care of Hecarim. Good little bit of heal, but takes the turret shot, almost gets the execution. I'm wondering if the turret shot might have been that extra little bit that denied him from getting the kill onto Sovereign there, because that was closer than you'd expect.
Yeah, it looks like Sad White Man ulted before he had the fully stacked passes, just trying to get something off. I think if he was able to squeeze... I think if he was able to squeeze in that last auto, he would have got the execute.
Yeah, might have gotten the full.
He chased Vmon a little too long.
A little too far, yeah. And then rinse and repeat here. We just saw it there at bot side. Watermark is back down to very low health. He's going to have to back again. The CS lead is hitting about a 20-point gap. Mafia's here, threatening the dive, but Frosty has rotated. Well, Sandra is still in lane, trying to cover and push. So rotating around by Frosty to relieve some pressure, let Watermark collect some CS, keep this Corki viable for later in the game, and probably lost a couple here in the mid lane.
Nothing too surprising in the itemization so far. Taco going for that Asset 3 run Lucian, going for that full burst setup. Makes sense with the Nami pairing. We do see the Corki did go for the call, so he is committed to just surviving and scaling. He is not planning on fighting Candy Taco at all for the next 10 minutes.
Indeed, and that I kind of like that, especially just having a free gold option. If you get accelerated somehow, that's pretty good. The damage from this Lucian is really strong. The damage from the Seraphine, fighting back pretty well. The culling still throwing out. Third time is sometimes the charm, but it looks like this time there was enough prep from their side. Not prepared for this here. Oh, and Griffin's in a lot of trouble. Flashes away from the ultimate, but Handy Taco, I don't think he's got any something supposed to get out. He's got the barrier. Sovereign going on in. Barrier is used, but Handy Taco's still putting out the last bits that he can here. Elegance has arrived, but I don't believe they've got the rest of it. Elegance low on mana, but Frosty, one more 5-point strike. Can't get it. Ignite used to threaten. Make sure that the Akali does not follow her underneath the tower. So the Lysandra will get out. Only one death, two deaths actually. Mafia went down as well.
2 for 1. So it's not the worst, but a lot of summoner spells used on both sides.
Yeah, and Watermark feeling himself here, going forward, trying to catch out Paku, who forced to flash away there.
Oh, we also do see the Hecarim rushing the Voltaic Cyclosword, so both junglers going full lethality, full assassin, just trying to delete one person before they die themselves.
I appreciate the aggressive decision. I'm really looking forward to Handy Taco getting his first kill. Unfortunately.
One of these days.
Yeah, no, he's got a good rinse and repeat to put a lot of pressure onto Watermark and Griffin. It's just not really led to anyone actually dying just yet. If anything, it's led to him dying on that last one. Looking across here at the items, we got the Stride Breaker completed, picked up by Sad White Man. I'm debating if that's going to be a Warmogs picked up by Black Vmon or a Heartsteel. He's in a melee versus melee matchup, so he could stack that up. Usually I don't think the most prescribed itemization. I think I usually see like Deadman's Plate on him.
Well, Deadman's Play is generally what you do in the jungle. When you're you can follow the Aloy's idea of getting an extra giant spell and getting an early Warmox for trading, but that's if you're confident on Mundo and like actually know the trading patterns. I'm not sure on Demon's comfortability on the Mundo. He's just using the Heartsteel as
Public Execution's gone on in. Griffin was the target, but now Mafia is going to use all their energy to get themselves out of that. Very happy to have just the right kind of micro to dip dodge and dive out of that predicament. That a little scary there for Mafia.
Yeah, the Profane Hydra and that's jumping you out of nowhere can very easily just be deleted off the map.
Nope, another push forward here. Handy Taco's going to commit for. There's the dance. Music will make Handy Taco stop hurting their teammate just long. Oh, and the Hecarim has arrived here, and now Handy Taco, he's being focused down here. Frosty's here as well. Has been followed. The Ambessa chunked.
Ooh. That's that Gunblade Electrocute proc right there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And, oh, but Sad White Man, he collects. He's teleported down and gotten himself a kill. I missed that one. And it's just in time for Dragon, actually. Second Drake is here. Gassy, they're going to pick up their second Drake. They got the Cloud one earlier.
All the Hecarim Call Ult being down, it's not too surprising. They're going to just forfeit the Dragon, not try to test it. The amount of, did you just take 4 platings off 1 push?
Holy, that's a lot of hurt. Yeah,
there
I think he did.
Some gone before, right?
Something must have traded out before. Like, there's 3 plates taken on his turret by the Darius, so they might have had an easy push pull. Darius now is going to get caught out, going to get the slow, can't get the Q proc. There's ultimates available. Frosty made a mistake there. Oh, big good Q. Can't get the ultimate off. Just used it. It's still on cooldown. So, try to get back to your lane, and unfortunately, there was trouble in the bushes.
And now that means that first top tower is going to fall. Taco and Paco trying to get something back in the bot side, but blocking down a Corki is really hard.
Very hard indeed. So this is actually a very good note here right now. Elegance is only like 600 gold behind Frosty, same level, and has their Proto Belt for a little bit of dash movement. So holding their own, able to at least still be viable in these fights. The only problem I'm seeing is that it really feels like Frosty has been able to get the advantage on first roam and priority in the lane. So really kind of not seeing this Lysandra been able to come online for any of these skirmishes or any of these fights in the side lanes.
I mean, looking at the gold, Taco might be up in farm, but the gold is basically dead even. I'm guessing either from the Cole being procced. Yeah, actually that'll make up the difference. Watermark's finishing that Cole made up for any bit of CS difference. So there really is no lead on the map unless I can make one here.
Yeah, it looks like Griffin's going to be very much threatened. Ambessa's gone in. Paco doing a great job eating these turret shots, but Mafia Public Execution doesn't even collect anything. Handy Taco's going to go down. He only gets 1. Oh, that is an absolute disaster. That's a 1-for-3 trade. STF are ready to receive Gassy Chuds. You wish to invade our bot side, we are happy to receive you. Frosty on the roam. Sad White Man thought he was going to have this. Does finally get that heal off from the ultimate, but Dr. Mundo has taken his maximum dose, and he is healing himself right on back up, and the Hecarim is on his way. Charging, and Sad White Man, you're caught out in no man's land. No turret to fall under. He's going to ultimate, or he's going to flash, forcing the ultimate out of Sovereign. Can't say that really feels like it's worth it. Even used the Ghost in that exchange. Mafia, he's here. He's going to actually try to catch out Sovereign. Oh, one more touch. Gets the auto attack off. Gets the shutdown gold. Let's go. There we go. And now the Seraphine, he needs to exit. Get out of this jungle with the Akali. Alrighty, a little bit of back and forth here.
There's some gold going back to Gassy Chuds, but I don't know if that's going to be enough.
Yeah, Elegance is, he's dead. Nope.
No, flash out.
Yeah, we're getting some overreaching here. Gassy Chuds not understanding how threatening what kind of positions they are, how threatening it is. No maximum dose available. Just trying to use these cleavers to hit it. Bubble will connect. The CC will work, and slowly but surely they are taking down Black Vmon. He's about to try to flash over that wall, but that'll be a kill collected by Mafia. But that's as Elegance dies in, cannot save the turret, uses the tomb, but gonna go off into the jungle to try to run away. Griffin has arrived. This Seraphine is everywhere. Claw over the wall. Max range.
Just connects.
Oh man, that is a rough sequence. That is hard to swallow.
Yeah, the Corky Bear, you know, sometimes you gotta misclick.
Yeah, and Elegance used everything in their book to get out of that. So it's right now 2 turrets in favor of STF. Looking at the gold graph here, Watermark, surprisingly, especially with how much abuse they took early on, having to back so often, they're sitting at the top of the gold next to Sovereign. That cull is doing a lot of work for them right now, not to mention the 2 turrets that have been picked up in that kill. They actually got 2 kills total. So this situation, the plan for Gassy Chuds is kind of falling apart. They've got to try to get some picks right now. Bubble misses. Griffin only takes a little bit of damage there.
Yeah, I mean, the 2 kills, all the tower plating, getting finally catching up in that CS. It's not surprising that Corky is just on this massive gold spike right now.
Dragon has spawned. This will be the 3rd Drake. This is actually a good game-winning situation right now for Gassy Chuds. This will be the Chem Drake. This will put them on Soul Point. Frosty looking for a flank here right now. Black Vmon has arrived as well. It's going to get stolen here. The Ekram has gone in, and oh boy, the Nami is already dead here. Handy Taco fighting for his life while Sad Whiteman has already gone off, taking out 1 support here. Handy Taco, he's surviving. He's running through this. Frosty's gone onto him. Big chunks, but 1 more auto attack. If they can keep him alive, Handy Taco will carry this fight. Watermark, he's on the way. I don't know if they're ready for him. I don't know if they have a way to actually lock him down. He's got plenty of damage. Good little root there, a little bit more, but the kills will be all collected. Watermark takes out Taco, and the Mundo will take out the Lysandra. That is a full fight if we have seen one.
That somehow turned to a full 4-for-4. Griffin running, or Sad Whiteman running down the back line. Meanwhile, it's a 3-for-4. Taco just trying to space out Frosty as much as he can. I didn't even see what happened to Hecarim. Hecarim just got popped somehow at the start of that fight after stealing the dragon. And here, it feels like there's been a miscommunication. It feels like half them want to run, but the investor wants to keep going forward. And then the Mundo leans up Lysandra with the Corky AoE on top of it. A relatively even fight despite the almost 5,000 gold difference.
Yeah, it's only been shut down now with all those shutdowns to a 4K advantage for SDF. But with how Handy Taco handled that fight, and if he gets himself just the right amount of damage to be able to actually... This is where I always debate about the build when you're dealing with a Mundo, whether like Bork needs to be like a required item to just deal with the massive amounts of health that he has, because he's got the Essence Reaver, he's got the Infinity Edge, he's getting himself towards a Zeal item.
Most likely Navori.
Yeah, most likely the Navori, which is going to allow for a lot of rotation of spells, but will that be enough damage is really the question, especially he's got, the Mundo's already got his Hard Steel, so it's going to start getting those stacks, starting getting really thick. The Warmogs, I think he's going more Bruiser, actually, with that drill, so it's really a question. Once he starts getting the armor, I really debate if the Lucian build's going to be able to take out this Mundo.
I mean, that's one of the downsides of the Lucian. You don't have a lot of as much DPS as like a traditional ADC to deal with these beefy tanks. But if you can get his snowball starting to go, it shouldn't matter as much.
And Sad White Man's gonna be able to step on the orb, but maximum dose not even needed, not even used. Finally gets the heal off, but now maximum dose, and I heard a ghost activated. Darius trying to get something going here, but the slow doesn't hit. There we go. Finally a little bit of something. Needs to play this carefully. The Mundo has arrived. Finally gets the flash up. One more. There's the execution. Handy Taco will pick up the kill. Good news. Public execution misses Watermark. Alrighty, so.
I mean, they got the kill, but that's a lot of... It took
forever.
That's double ult, Ghost and Flash on Darius. And let's not forget, Mundo's not worth a lot of gold right now. He is 1-3. That was that was your best case scenario, and you killed the Mundo. Congrats. You burned so much for it, though.
Yeah, and Baron's up and available right now. They only have lost their top laner. I believe he has no teleport just yet, but it'll be up soon. And just looking at how the people are acting on the map right now, Gassy Chuds kind of hunkering down in their jungle, trying to clear things out, trying to reclaim what should be theirs. While STF, they don't really look worse for wear right now. Just how they're positioning around the map. Let's see.
Yeah, Dragon in 1 minute. I feel like that's what the next fight's going to be around. The Baron's up, but neither team really has the DPS. They're both very burst focused, so I feel like it's going to be a lot of Dragon fighting.
That would make sense to me. Now see how they start clearing out vision, start taking over this river. Getting some backs here. Nami going back to collect, get some final purchases before we get to this fight. 40 seconds. Gassy Chuds not first to arrive. Frosty and them really pushed forward, even trying to push these waves into the tier 2 to really make Gassy Chuds have to walk through a lot of their own jungle to find their way to the dragon. It really feels like Seal Team Flip are trying to just catch a pick out here. They're going to steal the Gromp, keeping that gold advantage in the Hecarim's pocket.
Yeah, I mean, it almost feels like Chuds just gotta give up this dragon. Darius has teleport, but you need him to stop the Mundo. You don't have vision set up. You don't have any frontline to walk in. Yeah, and there's the Mundo TP. They are not even gonna bother contesting this dragon at this point.
Yeah, Dragon's already at half health. Mundo just comes in to make sure the dragon is secured and no one's going to try to step forward. He's going to be the shield to keep Gassy Chuds pushed back. And that will be a now tied up dragon score. And with their gold lead and with how they're acting and carrying themselves through this game, how they've been so decisive on their fights, SDF are positioned to bring us to a Game 7.
Yeah, unless a crazy pick happens, I feel like we're going to be hearing some silver scrapes in the future.
I trust Ishan already has it queued for the playlist for the break. We got to see how this plays out here. Handy Taco still capable, has those Navori blades, starting to get himself towards either the Lord Dominic's or the anti-heal version of the same idea.
I feel like he has to go to Water Reminder at this point. No one else has built any anti-heal yet.
Which is surprising. There's no anti-heal at all, really, on the side.
Not even a cleaver. Like, they don't have any way to shred through a front line.
Yeah, that's where the Stride Breaker feels like a very selfish decision on the side of Sad White Man. You'd still probably get a similar amount of health, and the bleed damage and just how that ticks and just maximizes the armor shred from the Black Cleaver is very underrated, especially by me. Well,
especially when you also have this less DPS reliant ADC where they need to get those bursts off. Every bit of armor shred matters even more.
Yeah, just so those crits carry even further, not to mention the lethality on the side of Mafia. Getting those percentage amounts taken out first and then the lethality comes in would enable this Mbessa with her now Spear of Sojin. So more bruisery, only one lethality item for her, trying to make herself thick enough to actually help with this front line. But still, need everything you can to actually make sure that the mostly physical damage coming out from the top jungle and bot lane is going to be able to carry you through these fights.
Flipping Flip will be starting up the Baron with his full vision control. Don't know if the Chuds even know what's going on.
I think they do. Mafia is sniffing it out and is in the area. Got to be able to get some vision in there. Paku's going to drop a ward, I believe. There it is, just in time. And it is taken. Black Beamon once again, playing a little bit of shield. And they're stepping forward here. Sad White Man. Oh, pushing on forward. That's all in. Oh, and there's not. Oh, and here comes Handy Taco here. It's going to take out Sovereign. And there's no one that's actually died yet on the side of Gassy Chuds. A little bit of an overstep by SDF, but they call it off. They get themselves away. You have the Baron buff. Utilize this. Don't throw this game just yet. Gassy Chuds haven't even gotten a turret yet. If you let them win any amount of fight and start pushing themselves onto this map and start taking turrets, that 4K gold lead will evaporate.
Oh, in a heartbeat. I mean, thankfully, you know, it is just your Heck Room. It's not like they got the big shutdowns, but that's one less Baron you have now on the map.
That is mathematically true. There's only one to lose, and it has been lost. Again's actually getting his waves pushed. Handy Taco. Oh, he's getting flanked. Oh, there's a Mundo here, everybody. Paku is going to get himself to the Blast Cone. Elegant stepping forward to actually root them and then get themselves out with the Claw. So clever use right there. Minute and a half till the Dragon's up. It looks like SDF are just bringing this Mundo around, just face-checking everything in this jungle, looking for a pick, looking for someone on the side of the Gassy Chuds to be out of position.
I mean, it makes sense they don't have a way to deal with it. That's a 6k health bar. Or is that 5k? No, that's about 5.5k health bar. And probably sitting around 300 AD because of that E passive. Level 17 Mundo. You are not killing that man fast. And do that passive, you can't even CC lock him down. You just gotta run, because Mundo goes where he pleases.
Always has, always will.
Always will.
See, this is where Handy Taco's got to start playing on the edge here with this Lucian. The dash back allowing him to kind of make those gambles to step forward, but there is just so much damage and so much lockdown available. If this Seraphine gets her encore out, it's going to be over. But there's the flank here. Mafia's gone in here, but he's going to actually go down. They've taken out the Seraphine. Now the fight is going to continue. There's the Hecarim going to go on in, put the fear on. Handy Taco, he goes over the wall here, gets a little bit more, gets the space out, takes out Frosty. He is one, but a little watermark is going to follow them onto the jungle and take him out. Darius still out, has gotten the kill on the Hecarim, but now has to actually just play clear the wave. The Mundo did not move to the fight, and neither did the Lysandra. This inhib is going to go down. Paku is here to watch. Not much for a little old Nami to do. And I treat that as the fight is won by the Gassy Chuds, but now the pressure is on as the inhib was successfully taken by Black Vemon.
Well, they got the inhib, and now it looks like they're just trying to start up this dragon. Both junglers are down, and Mundo still has his ult, so even if they get there in time, you're not going to be able to touch that Mundo at this point.
No, and they don't have any sort of anything that claim the execute, and that will be it. That's going to be third Drake picked up by SDF. That's a big win on their part. They might have lost the fight by how many of their team members died, but the inhib being taken, Elegance being unable to join that fight, not a fan of the Ignite at this stage of the game, if I'm being honest. And then they are able to get themselves on the soul point. This is still spelling a victory for SDF. It's being delayed. It's way more of a contentious game than we had in Game 5. But it's still looking like it's going to be STF favored.
Yeah.
How many wards are there?
Not enough.
They killed like 3 wards there in a row, like a public execution. Oh, this is not the place to be, Griffin. You saw them killing 3 wards and you thought, I'm gonna investigate.
Congratulations, you are now a ward yourself.
You did not just make that pun.
I did.
How dare you. How dare you, sir. And now they gotta step forward. Baron buff is gone, but these turrets are available. Mundo's in the top side of the map, all alone.
Mundo
Darius
does not
just realized
care about his team fighting.
He does not. Oh, and those chunks. Oh, that turret hit. The health stack. Yep, that's good.
I don't know
that
if
might.
White Man wins this.
He does not. He's got to actually get some heals hits. He's got to get those Q smashes with the Noxian swings and slashes. Let me get that.
I think one's called Noxian Might. I'm not sure on which one's which.
Give me a second here. Decimate. Decimate's the Q. There we go.
Yep.
There we go.
Dragon in 3 minutes, Baron in 1. I wonder... My first thought for Field Team Flip is just send the Mundo bot, pressure that end the game, send the rest to Baron. They gotta send at least 3 to deal with Mundo at this point. should be a free objective for the SEAL team flip.
Yeah, walk it in. Just chip this one into the goal and call it even.
Yeah, Handy Taco does have that full Bloodthirster now, so he is insanely strong. But
Yep,
is it going to be enough to carry these team fights?
A little spicier, a little bit. Dancing around here, Frosty, trying to poke in, trying to find an opportunity.
We do see Mundo walking towards that bot lane. He is going to threaten to end this game.
He looks really fast right now. Oh, we're actually getting into a fight here. Hecarim forced to actually get out. Public Execution will miss. That's both ultimates down for the junglers.
Yeah, but Gassy Chuds actually getting priority on his vision for the Baron.
Yeah, and now Sad Whiteman's going to have to face off and keep the Mundo from going any further. He's going to be able to get the go where he pleases off of him. Now we're posturing here. A little bit of NA ram. The Mundo's teleporting. They see this. Bubble will land, but it actually does not knock up the Mundo. He is fast. And Darius is now in the middle of this. He's going to actually get himself out here. There's Home Guard saving him. Oh, the Handy Taco was hit, but unable to capitalize on it. Damage is hitting now. He's going to go get himself out of there. The damage is coming through.
Oh,
the calling is calling everyone. The double kill. Oh, and the Darius is going to get himself moving forward. Mafia gets even further in. Oh no, we might have an entire turn of the fates right now as the Gassy Chuds, they're pushing in. They have a cannon minion. This turret is going down here. Paku's going to tank it up to buy them more space. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, they got the wave. They have 30 seconds. Watermark has to try to clear these waves. But I don't think they have enough. I don't know if they have enough minion wave.
There's a good amount of damage. The public execution is back up. Watermark is going to get caught. He's going to get blown up here. Everyone's alive here. Now Handy Taco pushes forward, takes out Griffin. Oh my gosh. Gassy Chuds, they flipped the entire script out. We thought we were going to have a game 7. We thought we were going to get wave. The wave's not here. The turret's super tanky, but they have 5 of them alive. No one's coming out.
Oh my god, the Chuds are going to do it!
Oh, they've done it. Gassy Chuds, they're going to seal their ticket. Gonna punch their way into the finals. They will find Think Refink. They will find Jackie in the finals. They will put down the Manatee. You got so far. You had your best on the field tonight, but it was peanuts. It could not stand against the Gassy Chuds. They will take the win at the last second in the final fight. And oh my gosh, the flip has occurred here. We had our predictions. Production on the back end. Ishan was sure of who was going to win this before the games even started. But
I am speechless.
Oh, Handy Taco's the GOAT. That's all you need to say.
I mean, we saw in that team fight, he got clipped by the Seraphine ult, and they tried to burst him down, but he lived just long enough to reposition, drop the culling. Like, almost the entire culling got eaten by the Mundo, shred through him fast and he could heal. And just the moment the Mundo and the Hecarim went down, that's their entire front line. And they took no one down in return. They burned everything onto Taco, but that Lissandra ult kept just enough CC. That was a crazy... Like, you can see it on the goal graph. They were up 3,500 gold. They were up 3 dragons to 2. They were set up to just play the slow objective game. But one bad team fight and the Gassy Chuds just ran away with it.
This is a fantastic showcase, especially because SEAL Team Flip, as you point out, had the Mundo split pushing like the Fiora in the previous game, and they could not coordinate for that to happen again. The Mundo teleported, doesn't get caught out. The Darius comes in, barely makes it out from getting caught, and then they posture. They posture for a 5v5. They posture for what the Gassy Chuds really want. STF, they had the game in their hands so well with just a split push. The Mundo could not be answered by anyone unless you remove the passive and lock him down and give Handy Taco all the time in the world to clear through him, clear through the Hecarim. And somewhere in there, Frosty, I think, got blown up by someone. But I didn't see the Akali do anything in that fight.
I think he just got AoE locked down by like the Sandra, the Nami, and the I think there might have been, I know, because the that's all went wide, I think.
But yeah, that went wide.
I think he might have been behind the Mundo when the culling was fired. And so the moment the Mundo went down, he just ate every bullet afterwards.
Yeah. So we're gonna be actually having a shorter night than usual, ladies and gentlemen. Gassy Chuds have surprised everyone with the low point game. I have to go look at that one more time. A 155 roster beat a 180 roster on the night. These numbers are not gospel. They are a standard way that Ishan and co actually evaluate players for the draft at the beginning of the season. But it is one of the driving pieces that we have to evaluate that this is a massive upset on the night in this season as Gassy Chuds punch their ticket. They're going to the finals. And I don't think